underneath all of that productivity and excellence and delivering, she still feels stuck. And she's afraid that if anyone really knew just how stuck she felt, they would judge her. So instead, she stays busy. Hi, my friend. Welcome to the Bounce Back Black Woman podcast. I'm Dell, and I've overcome some of the most devastating heartbreaks I could ever have imagined. Do you find yourself stuck in sadness after a broken heart, asking God, why me? Well, I'm here to help women just like you heal and build the resilience to overcome life's greatest hurts. If you long for joy and confidence again, this podcast is for you. So grab your headphones and those heartbreaks. Let's talk. Hey there, my friend, and welcome back to Bounce Back Black Woman. In the last couple of episodes, you already know that we've been talking about what it feels like and what it means to be stuck. Even when your life looks fine on paper, and even when parts of your life just don't seem to fit anymore. But today, I want to talk about something that keeps a lot of women stuck longer than they need to be. And that is staying busy, busyness. And I want to talk to the woman who looks like she has it all together. But if she's really being honest, she feels like a fraud. She's productive. She's responsible. She shows up when she's supposed to show up. She handles things. Nothing falls through the cracks. But underneath all of that productivity and excellence and delivering, she still feels stuck. And she's afraid that if anyone really knew just how stuck she felt, they would judge her. So instead, she stays busy. Because when you're busy, you don't have to sit with the questions. You don't have to second guess yourself and explore and examine what's really going on underneath. You don't have to face what feels off in your spirit and your heart. And you don't have to slow down long enough to really hear yourself think and then unpack those thoughts. And from the outside, looking in, it works. People see you as capable. People see you as reliable and fun and put together. But internally, she knows she's simply exhausted. And there's this quiet disconnect that exists between how your life looks on the outside, but how it actually feels to live it from the inside. And this is something that we don't talk often and openly about enough. Being busy is not the same as moving forward. You can be doing things all day, checking boxes, crossing things off your list, making calls, showing up, and still not be making any real progress in the areas of your life and your heart and your soul that actually matter. Because movement is not the same as alignment. You can fill your calendar and still feel empty at the end of the day. And here's the truth, my friend. A lot of us stay busy on purpose. I know this because I've been there. I fight to not be there anymore. And it's not because we're lazy. It's not because we lack discipline. Because we're neither of those things. It's because stillness feels uncomfortable. Stillness is frowned upon. Stillness forces you to notice things that you've been avoiding, things that you've been tolerating, things that you've been trying and trying and trying to make work that really don't. they don't work. And let me come back to something that we touched on before. Vacations, girls' nights, staying busy, they can and will make you feel better in the moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they don't actually get to the root of what's keeping you stuck. They're not solving it. They're just distracting you from it. And here's where that feeling of being a fraud starts to creep in. Because on the outside, everybody thinks you have it all together because you look like you do. But on the inside, you know in your soul and your spirit that something isn't right. And that gap between the two, the gap between what people see and what you were really feeling, is exhausting to carry, my friend. It is absolutely exhausting. And then there's this part where you feel like the outlier, the only one, because everybody else has it all figured out, but you're the only one quietly struggling. So you don't say anything. You don't raise your hand. You don't make that call, and you don't ask for help. Because you don't even know where to start, and you don't even know who to ask. Or your secret might be out, exposed. But here's the truth, my friend. Here's what I really need for you to hear. Many, many women think they need more time, more discipline, more structure, when really what they actually need is clarity. Clarity about what's really going on beneath the surface for them. Clarity about what's no longer working on their behalf and for their greater good. Clarity about how they're really showing up in their own lives. And this is something that I see all the time when I'm working with women. They come in thinking they just need to get more organized, or maybe they just need to manage their time better. But what actually shifts things in their lives, in their day-to-day life and mindset and heart, is when they slow down long enough to really see what's going on. Because awareness, that is what creates movement. Not busyness, awareness, my friend. And I want to be real with you again, because that's what we do here. We don't phone it in. We don't tell you all the fluffy stuff. This is something that I still have to check in with myself on, because it's so easy to fall back into doing, handling, because nobody else is there to handle it, producing, because nobody else is there to produce. But I've learned how to pause and step back and ask myself, am I actually moving forward, or am I just staying busy? And if it's staying busy, what am I avoiding with that busyness? And so, my friend, if this is hitting you where you are, if you felt the sting of realizing yourself in what you just heard, if you recognizing your life in this, I don't want you to walk away thinking, I need to do more. I want you to actually do the opposite and consider doing less. Not less responsibility, because you can't walk away from that, but less distraction, less fluff, less performing for others, and more awareness. So I want you to start here with these journal prompts. We're going to start on the gentle end, and we're going to go a little bit deeper with each one. First one, where in my life am I constantly staying busy, but not actually moving forward? Number 2, what do I avoid feeling or facing when things get quiet? And number 3, if I slowed down and I really, really listened to myself, what truth might come up that I have been avoiding? My friend, busyness can make you feel productive, but it can also keep you feeling stuck. And in our next episode, we're going to talk about something even deeper. The patterns that keep showing up in your life that you might not even realize are there. And how those patterns can quietly keep you stuck until you learn how to spot them and see them, understand them, and change them. And remember, you don't have to keep proving to anyone that you have it all together. You are allowed to pause and be honest about where you really are. And so if this resonated with you, if you found yourself somewhere in this episode and you're sitting there thinking, okay, this might be me, but what does this actually mean? How stuck am I really? I created something for you. It's a simple self-check, and I called it How Stuck Are You? It will help you see whether you're feeling slightly stuck, somewhat stuck, or seriously stuck, and what that might be showing you about your life right now. And my friend, you can even take it right on your phone. All you have to do is head over to bouncebackblackwoman.com. And remember, as always, it's not just you. It's not just me. It's us. Well, that's it for today, my friend. I really hope this episode inspired, encouraged, or just plain comforted you. If so, please share it with a friend who might be struggling in her own healing journey. And if you take a moment to leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts, you'll help other women find encouragement through their heartbreak. Remember that God is holding your hand along this journey. And guess what? I'm holding the other. Life is short, so bounce back, Black woman.